Good evening, and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon and the Dewpoint Isles. Now, I'm sure that some of you remember last time we had recently tragically lost Serious Armor the Bounty Hunter, and we were debating on who to fill his place due to a lack of resources to upgrade the number of heroes we had. However, just shortly after I finished recording, I rediscovered, would probably be the best term to use, a mechanic of the game, which is you have the option of trading heirlooms. You can, if you have too much of one thing, you can trade them in to try and make up for what you lack. Which I immediately did to upgrade our little stagecoach so we could have more heroes. So, as such, I would like to introduce to you Valentine Meekin. I hope I'm pronouncing that last name right. The Grey Robber, who is fated and a skilled gambler, but believes she is possessed by demons. Whether or not that is actually the case, kind of irrelevant. We also have the man-at-arms Lauder, who is honestly a fairly strong leading position, and he will probably be a big deal in the near future. And the bounty hunter Serious Armor the Second shall be joining us from here on out. We also have a Vestal, who was simply too good to pass up. But at the moment, I don't seem to have a subscriber name to give her, so she's kind of free at the moment. But yes, as is last time, Reynold has decided to remain in the Abbey to continue his prayers. Miss Lana has gone to a drunken bender and is God's only knows where. And we have Sweet Treats and Matthew, who are currently punishing themselves and getting drunk as we speak. But yes, with that said, let us have a look at what this week has to hold. Ooh, that is a very good item, actually. Let's see. Well, we're not going to be going back to the farmstead anytime soon, since the difficulty is currently at Veteran, which means level 3 or above. If we sent the team in as is, we would probably lose them. Ah yes, and because we opened up the farmstead, we have a new mechanic. A creature called the Thing from the Stars will every week randomly pick a place in order to roam, and there is a chance that if you go there you will encounter it. Just in this case, at this point, it is currently living at the Cove, which honestly doesn't have... well, to be fair, the item is a fairly decent one to give to Cyclone, but it's not really worth encountering the Thing. As for, let's see, our trip into the Warrens would be a level 3 event, which isn't great. The Welds, let's see. The Welds has some deeds going for it, actually. Which, honestly, might not be the worst. But I do believe it is time for us to do something risky. We're going to be visiting the Courtyard at last. I'm sure that there are some of you who have been curious to see what is beyond what the Courtyard has to offer, but well, the time has come. Let's see. Actually, we'll take Corin with us. But who will be our fourth position? I guess it'll have to be Cyclone. But yes, it is about time that we went here to break the event that it keeps causing, as well as securing ourselves this amazing set item for the Plague Doctor of Sinister 7 would be helpful. But yes, and longer than usual are recommended. Still proceed? Yep. Now the Courtyard's the Courtyard is a bit different than the Courtyard is a little bit different than most of the dungeons. Though I will bet it's best explained by actually doing rather than by actually showing it off rather than actually explaining. But we're going to go burn some stuff, so yay.
The courtyard and gardens surrounding the manor were once a point of pride for the diligent custodians I employed. Great banquets and lavish social affairs were hosted here under the stars. Despite the expectation of propriety normally ascribed to those in our position, we mocked the stoic melancholy of the moss-covered fountains and cherubic statues, our salacious trysts half hidden in the hedgerows, our morality slipping ever deeper into the mud.
Doesn't that just make you...
Soaked and sinking, these stone terraces and sprawling gardens were the site of long-forgotten revelry and well-remembered regret.
Now, first thing you'll probably notice is the fact that it seems like there's only one room. Part of this is because with the Crimson Courtyard, at least as far as the story mission, well, quote-unquote story missions are concerned, it acts sort of as a maze. As we travel to this one, more paths will unlock. But you'll also notice that the torch is different here, in that it is bloodlight, which increases the amount of stress that we will get and lowers bleed resistance. This actually works both ways. Let's see. I think it was... Yep, it was this one. Because you don't want to get... Because you don't want to deal with... Our first encounter. We have a new kind of enemy this time, the Bloodsucker. As you can... Basically, the idea behind the Crimson Court is vampires. However, unlike traditional vampires, which are considered more based on bats, the Crimson Court has taken a different approach by basing them more on mosquitoes and leeches and other interesting creatures. Other interesting parasites. Let's see. Who to kill, who to... he'll do. Let's get rid of the little bugger. I will say there that the pun was not intended, but... eh. Oh, right, I forgot Blight was a thing that can happen here. Oh well.
confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
You're not dodgy, you're just very tanky. Which is annoying in and of itself, but...
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Our first encounter with the Bloodsuckers went well as one can expect. Damn, these things are just... These things are just resisting bloody all their debuffs, which is annoying.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
I will admit, in hindsight, probably should have come here with Sinister 7, but the item was just too good to pass up. I know, it's not a great reason for coming here, but... Alright, I think it's about time we start actually healing people.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Let's see.
As life ebbs, terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves. Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all. A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
Sorry if I'm getting quiet, just focusing a bit on keeping people alive.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
One of our first objectives, let's have it burn. We now have to find 2 more of the damn things.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Just need a bit, just to help relieve our stresses. Ah, I know what this is. Sorry, this is a lesser cocoon. Though, I'm not entirely sure why it's glitching out like this. Oh well. Frustrating, but I'm not 100% sure how to fix that. But yes, burning the lesser nests is a great stress reliever. Well, that's about as bad as things could have gone. Okay, that went better. Well, it still went better, even with the bleed. At least the thing probably.
Ghoulish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
Huh. I wasn't expecting to pick that up, but that's definitely. Admittingly, we don't have a leper at this stage, but that's still a fairly useful item to have. Now here's the thing. The items we're looking for are not all necessarily in the rooms. As we can see from here, a quest location is actually along the path. Oh joy, maggots. Oh yes, and they're resistant to stun. That's great. That's just fan-freaking-tastic. Still, they're not doing a great deal of damage, so...
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
Okay, I jinxed it, I get it. You don't have to punish me so quickly.
Grievous injury, palpable fear.
Okay. Still gonna get some healing done, just to
Executed
try
with
and...
impunity. Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Try and keep the party strong. Okay, we'll just eat a bit of food, that's good. And oh joy, another chance to relieve some stress. I seriously don't know why it's doing that, but alas, we have to deal with it. Let's see, Bloodthirst Ring. Adds more food being consumed. Oh wait, negative food being consumed. Max HP, but less healing received. Huh. Let's see. I might keep that in the party for now, but... maybe soon I might give it to a party member, just to offer them some respite. Keep our food supplies from dwindling. Damn, was hoping for a queen sleep there. more healing. There we go. We seemed... Oh yeah, that would probably make some sense, because... If only because of the fact that we are in Bloodlights, why he's causing more bleed effects than normal. Unfortunately, there's no point trying to stun this guy, because... Effectively, he is a corpse being controlled by a leech, and is in fact highly resistant to stun. Which is annoying, but... not a whole lot we can do about it.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Shard of glass for the flagellant. 35% more chance to cause bleed, but less resistance to it. And if he can get the item that pairs with this, he'll actually gain a plus 10 resistance to a death blow. See how bad is our bleed? We can live with it. You know what? We'll equip it to her, if only because I kind of want the additional space. And I don't particularly want to throw the thing away just yet. But we'll see what we can do. Okay, what is this? From some damnable source. Nope, that didn't have any effect at all. Also didn't have any effect. Honestly, I think the item we need is holy water or something, but I didn't bring any, because it has been a while since I played this and actually gone to the Crimson Court. So I forgot that there were actually items here that could benefit from holy water. So that, I'll fully admit that is my bad. But we shall push on. More treasure as well, which is great. And oh look, we surprise the little bastards. Yay! Unfortunately, they are dodgy little blighters. Though in his case, not as much as he would have liked to have been.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
Alright, Corin resolving. And she has become irrational. Not great, but... Alright, let's see if we can actually hit the little buggers. No, he's managed to resist, which is annoying.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
Damn it, stop resisting the debuff, you bastards. This is getting annoying.
Perched at the very precipice of oblivion.
No harm in trying to
The ground quakes.
provide Corin with a bit of protection while we get her healed up again.
Eradicated.
Ooh, that was a good one. Yes, we still have bandages, so we will actually cure that fairly substantial bleed. We'll get rid of that because, yeah, we might as well not have to worry about it. And the bugger be dead.
This expedition at least promises success.
Okay, we ran into a dead end, which isn't fun. So we'll be pushing forward then. What's ahead of us? Ooh, that... You may have noticed that we resisted something here. What we just resisted was the Crimson Curse, which the Bloodsuckers are able to share. Effectively, the Crimson Curse is vampirism. And it has its own fun little mechanics.
Frustration and fury, more destructive than 100 cannons. A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
Just killed the butler with a hook. Fantastic. Did not need a crit. Really didn't. Oh, we've got the curse.
The abyss.
That's not good. Thankfully, she at least survived that, but... Okay, we're gonna be healing up Sirius for this first bit simply because with her using block, she won't be attacked right away. Which probably just saved her life, in all honesty. Admittingly from her own teammate, which isn't fantastic.
And now the true test. Hold fast.
I've got to remember to
or
upgrade
expire.
people's armor. I keep ooh, we've got a paranoid. Which isn't great. Saved her from death's door, but alas did not stop the stress from mounting up.
cannot be escaped, but it can be postponed.
Ah, nuts. I mean, I'm happy we managed to get the dodge off. We managed to actually get the debuff to work, which is great. But kind of could have used some healing there, man. But at least the thing is dead.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Let's see, who needs... Why don't we get another thing of bandages? Eh. Alright, it was a gamble there, but such is life. You know what is... I know that using a torch gives a debuff. What was it? Ah, yes, it makes us more accurate. For a little bit more accurate for a few rounds. Unfortunately, this guy here, you can give him... If we had still had a vial of the blood, we could have given it to him and thus gained items, but since we do not have blood...
A hideous mutation. Unnatural and abhorrent.
Truly, since it is currently the White Void. Oh, come on, I did not need you to freak out like that. This is bad. Last one. Hopeless! We've got...
There can be no hope in this hell. No hope at all. Precision and power.
Alright, this thing, the Crocodilian is a mini-boss of sorts.
Inspiration and improvement. Another life wasted in the pursuit of glory.
And Corin Brand has tragically died. Screw it. We are not in a...
A wise general cuts losses and regroups. More dust, more ashes, more disappointment.
Oh, God. I pulled out of that because I wanted to avoid everyone dying, but they just... So many heart attacks! Ah! Screw it, we're calling it. We're pulling out. We're abandoning this.
Setback, but not the end of things.
As much as it sucked to do that, there's no way we would have survived if we had kept going. I mean, on the plus side, we managed to get a ridiculous amount of crests to work with, but... yeah. So much death.
A fresh irritant to some. A sanguine memory to me.
Let's see, how have... How are things gone? Let's see. We've lost 3. We've lost 3. That sucks. Let's see. Miss Lana is still... For the 3rd week in a row, she is still missing on her... 2nd week in a row, she's still missing on her bender. Sinister 7 is no longer a gambler, so we can actually de-stress her. Reynold is back, which is great. Sweet Treats has reduced a lot of their stress. And Matthew is back as well, in pretty good condition. Let's see. Ah yes, you're a gambler, aren't you, old man? Let's see, when does another slot open? Well, that just sucks. We can't actually... You know what, we'll get... It's gonna cost a bit, but we're gonna get rid of this simply because... If for no other reason than because gambling is probably our weakest thing. And we want to get rid of it. But let's see, what other upgrades can we do? Right, we're gonna need some more deeds before we can really focus on upgrading stuff, which is unfortunate, but is the way of things. Is somewhat the way of things. But yeah, this has been a disaster. This is just... We were only allowed 16 deaths and 3 of them just happened in very short order. Ouch. Still, that will be it for this week. My name is Brightops, and I look forward to hearing from you.